Hello everybody and welcome to Parks Bros. It's Drew here, and we're back finally with a 2022 construction update. Let's go.
That's right, we're finally back at Six Flags Magic Mountain in Valencia, California, and checking out all the new updates with a brand new construction project at the park. Now, before we get into that, I did want to mention Batman the Ride is officially reopened and is looking stellar with its brand new paint job, and I gotta say, it is smoother than ever. Now, moving right next door though, Green Lantern First Flight's old plot of land is seeing a lot of construction, or should I say deconstruction processes going on right now. As we first walk up, it's plain as day to see all the old facades of buildings have been taken out entirely. Now, in addition to that, none of those trees in that area have made it through the night, it would seem. And even Tidal Wave's roof has seen some work done to it. And by work, I mean, it's definitely not going to be around for much longer. But we'll get more into Tidal Wave a little later on. Looking at the frozen lemonade stand and, of course, the corn stand, it does not seem like they'll be lasting too much longer, judging by how they're both within this fenced-off area. Now, within this fenced-off area, there are plenty of markers which look like they could potentially signify supports if this ends up being a new roller coaster, or maybe planters, or potentially even for signs of some sort. In addition to all this though, you could definitely see some heavy machinery over by Tidal Wave. Now as we walk over, you can see the left half of Green Lantern's plaza walled off completely, which I do think that will end up happening to the right side quite soon, considering it was set up for it and is just waiting on potentially a gate section of a wall, which would make total sense since you can hook that gate up directly to a backstage pathway.
All right, now after getting a good in-depth look at the Green Lantern area, we're gonna go over to Metropolis and see what's going on with Tidal Wave.
Now, that's right, Tidal Wave no longer has its entrance sign and is walled off entirely. This, I think, means the official end of Tidal Wave's service life, and we will no longer be able to experience this wet water ride anymore. Now, as we move to Metropolis, we get a better view of that and a better view of a completely fenced off plaza area, which used to house many trees and some pretty big planters, which I gotta say was quite the shock when I came upon Metropolis earlier today. But not as much of a shock as Tidal Wave's drop being completely gone. Now, going back to the plaza real quick, you'll notice there are no trees, just stumps from what we can see through the tarps here, and no flowers of any kind. Just dirt, tree stumps, and those planters remain. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens with those in the future as we head toward Riddler's Revenge's exit. And I will preface this that the tarps do end before the fences do, so we can get a really good look at a lot of the construction going on from here, including some of the old trees laying backstage, as well as an up-close look at Tidal Wave's drop being gone. In addition to this though, that's not the only deconstruction processes we can see happening over at Tidal Wave, because beside the drop, the exit bridge is also gone. That's right, in less than 48 hours, both the drop and the bridge are now completely demolished. But before we move back out of this area, I did want to mention there's one lone marker hanging out within the palm trees back in this area, and I'm very interested to see if that one marker will multiply in the near future. So as we get a grand look of the area, I think we're going to head back toward DC Universe and Green Lantern First Flight and head to the old smoking area so we can get maybe a different view of Tidal Wave and its deconstructed drop, which I gotta say is quite trippy to look at in person specifically, because it literally reminds me of something from Thrillville Off the Rails. And I am curious though to see what you guys think. how long will the rest of Tidal Wave be standing? Give me your guesses down in the comments below. Now, as we were looking around more of Green Lantern's area, we did see a straight line of 1, 2, 3 markers in a row, all the way from the frozen lemonade stand back to the exterior wall for Batman's queue, which, if this is a roller coaster, like potentially rumored, maybe this plot of land could be for the brake run or even the lift hill. And if it's not a coaster, of course, this could be just a pathway. But regardless, we'll just have to wait and see in future updates to come.
But yeah, so much progress over by Green Lantern and over in Metropolis. Hopefully this new attraction takes up most of the space. I'm super excited to see whatever it is. And if you want to keep up to date with this project and more, make sure to subscribe down below. It would really mean a lot. And you'll be notified whenever we make an update for this ride and plenty of others. But of course, until next time, we'll see you on the next ride.